Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we'll start our first series on fundamentals of management. As we are aware of current circumstances created by COVID-19, and we are more focused on online education system instead of the institutions, because physically education institutions are being affected due to this problem and social distancing, and we are simply more focused on online system, electronic system. So I just thought to come back to my area and just start a new series on fundamentals of management. And our today's lecture will include the basics, the introduction to the management, the basic terminologies. Second one, the levels of management, and then we'll go to the functions of management. So let's start today's lecture and go to the slides. So friends, let's start today's lecture. I'm sorry I have to keep the lights off, because if I turn on the lights, you won't be able to see the slides. And if the lights are off, you won't be able to see me clearly, so somehow we had to compromise. The management, the term called management, ever since the world has started, ever since the world has taken place, the process of management has always been involved in the lives of human beings. Knowingly or unknowingly, the man has been using the management. In the modern era, first of all, I'd like to tell you that we are going to cover three basic topics of management in today's lecture. Introduction to the management, levels of management, and then functions of the management. So, in the modern era, the most common definition of the management is that it is an art of getting things done through others. Although this definition is not elaborating something, or it is not complete, it is not indicating towards the functions of the management, but still, if you see the management practically, it is giving a clear idea of today's modern management. If you go into the depth, there are many different writers like Henry Fayol, J. Maxwell. There are many writers you can find in Google, you can find in books. They have given different definitions of the management. According to Henry Fayol, to manage is to forecast and plan. To manage is to forecast and plan. What to forecast and what to plan? Organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. Means he is defining the functions of the management. Controlling function is included, organizing is included, commanding mean directing, and coordinating. All the functions are being indicated in this definition. So it is comparatively more authentic. That is according to your examination point of view. You can go through your syllabus and your books if you are attempting a paper. So it is just for having an idea regarding a general knowledge regarding definitions. So to better understand this term, if you simply remove this T from the word management, simply remove this T from the word management and give a space here and bring that T in the start and add an O. You will have a clear idea of management. What is the management? To manage men. You have broken the word management, you have brought the T here and added an O here. So to manage men. So it is all about getting the work done through others. Management is basically getting work done through others. To elaborate more, management is the process. It is also called a process. Management is the process through which the human efforts are coordinated and combined. The human efforts are coordinated and combined with other resources. What other resources? Your land, your labor, your management, your machinery, your inside structure of the organization, everything. To combine with other resources to accomplish the organizational goals and objectives. Means a group of people is putting efforts to achieve a common goal inside the organization, that is called management. If you go in detail and read the different writers and different authors, you'll have a clear idea regarding the process of management. Sometimes it is called a process, and sometimes it is called an art, and sometimes it is called a science. There are many different authors who have called the management a science as well. So, if you step ahead towards levels of the management, there are three basic levels of the management: the top level, the middle one, and the lower level. In the top management is responsible to make broader decisions, to set the organizational goals, to make the policies, and in the broader terms you can say that on the top level the management decision makers are called the top managers. What kind of managers they are? The presidents, the directors, the chief executive officers, the CEOs, the chief operating officers, the COOs, chief financial officers, CFOs, chief marketing officers, and chief technology officers, CTOs. So this type of managers are on the top level. These people are responsible to make the policies for the management, to set the organizational goals, to coordinate with the middle management to achieve those goals. The second level is the middle management. Now, the middle management is responsible to always stay as a bridge between lower and top level management. What kind of management is the middle management? This is based on the departmental heads. This is based on like marketing managers, HR managers, production managers, accounts managers, different department heads. These are the people who are responsible to maintain a clear communication and a bridge role between the lower level and the upper level, the top level management. These are the people who are responsible to be in the middle level. The third level, the last level of the management, it is based on the supervisors, the team leaders, the foremen, technical staff, clerical staff. These people are called the lower managers. On the lower level, this management is called the lower level management. Now, this level of management is responsible for all operational activities, and the middle management is responsible to get the work done through the lower management and communicate to the top management. And the top management is responsible to make broader decisions, to set the policies, to set the organizational goals. Everything they are doing with the coordination of middle level, and the middle level is getting the basic key things done through others. So this is how the management is called to be an art of getting things done through others. If you see the functions of the management, there are 5 basic functions of the management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. The planning process, first of all, it is a process by which the top management looks forward into the future of the organization. The top management looks into the future of the organization and thinks in advance to make future strategies and decisions. Planning is a process of thinking in advance and setting the organizational goals, and the end product of the planning is, the end product of the planning is the made up plans. We have to implement it later on. In the planning process, the organizational structure, the managers decide what to do, how to do, when to do, and who will do it. These are the strategic, advanced thoughts, advanced plannings to be implemented by other functions of the management. How? Now the end product is the plans. You have the plans ready to be implemented. The function of the management is organizing. Organizing process contains structuring the organization, roles and responsibilities, who is reporting to whom, who is on the top level, who is on the middle level, who is on the lower level. This kind of activities are under the process of, under the function of organizing. Now, arrangements of resources, arrangement of group of people, assigning them responsibilities, giving them authorities. Now, if you are giving, some responsibility to someone and you are not giving it that person authority to perform. If you have hired a person, if you have hired a computer operator, and you have given that person the computer, but you are not allowing him to turn on the computer, install the software, and use it, so he won't be able to perform his duty. So you have to, with the responsibility, you have to give him authority. Putting things in order, getting the task done. Okay, this is under the umbrella of organizing function. In the organizing, you can see there are very famous 5 M's in the marketing. If you see the organizing people, men. Always remember that whenever we use the term men or people in the terms of management, men or people always mean the people inside your organization, not the suppliers, not the customers, not the public. People or men are always your employees, the people inside your organization, the part of your organizational structure. Men, materials, money, machinery, and methods. These are the famous 5 M's in the marketing which complete your management. Now, third function, staffing. Now you have organized everything, you have put everything in order. Now you have to perform a very important function of staffing. Recruitment and selection, to choose the right person for the right job. Recruitment and selection. Then training and development. Now you have hired the people. Everyone is not so much scared that if he is experienced as well, but he cannot perform the duties until you don't train that person according to the requirements of your organization. So training and development is a very important function which keeps the employee motivated and ready for work. Compensation. You have to compensate your employees, you have to facilitate them. Performance appraisals. It is also a function of staffing. And then HR planning, career development. You have to give your employees the opportunity to grow up in the career. So these are all functions. Staffing is basically the major part of staffing is if you see the practically in the organizations, the major part of staffing is being performed in the HR department. HR is basically responsible for the staffing function of the management. The fourth function, directing. Now you have properly assigned the people, you have given them the seats, you have put the things in order, you have assigned the duties, responsibilities, authorities, everything has been done. Now the fourth step comes with the directing function of the management. What does directing include in itself, first of all, the most important function, communication. Now the communication is, it can be verbal, it can be written, it can be electronic, whatever is the source of communication, whatever is the mode of communication, but the communication is like a bridge, as I told you in the start, that the middle level management plays a role of disseminator, a bridge between the lower and the top level management. So the communication is the most important part, that is telling the employees, that is communicating towards those people who are hired, that what kind of activities they are going to do and what are their deadlines, what kind of tasks they are assigned and how they have to complete those tasks. So the communication is the major function of directing. Secondly, there comes supervision. Now you have communicated, you have given the task, you have given the responsibility. Now you have to check that is that task being performed properly and it is up to the mark, up to the quality or not. This type of process is called supervision. Leadership. Leadership, you have to lead your staff, you have to guide your staff that to perform their assigned authority, their assigned tasks according to their authorities, and then to lead them to achieve their goals. Coordination, you have to maintain a proper coordination between the staff. And the last one is motivation, the most important thing. If your employees are not motivated, you are not going to achieve your goals in the proper way. You are not going to do well, your organization is not going to do well unless and until your employees are motivated and energetic. So you have to keep them motivated. There are many activities, co-curricular activities, you give them entertainment, you give them outdoor visits, there are many things that HR departments are mostly arranging for their employees to keep them motivated. The last but not least, controlling of the management is controlling. Means you have planned the things, you have planned the organizational goals, you have organized the things, you have your right people are on the right jobs, you have performed the staffing function, the right people are working the right tasks, you are directing them. Now the controlling function is a monitoring key for all those functions. So in the controlling, you establish the standards, you evaluate the performances, then you compare the standards, you find the deviations if there are any, and then you take the corrective actions. So the controlling function is the key for all previous four functions. So it is a monitoring function. So friends, we have covered in today's lecture the introduction to the management, then levels of management, and then functions of management. Although these are very broad topics and we cannot cover them all in one lecture, I'll try to discuss these functions, even the levels of management, one by one in more videos. So friends, I hope it's going to be helpful for you, and if you have got any questions, you can write your questions in the comment box. I'll be answering your questions, and if you need the PPTs of the lecture, kindly write your email address in the comment section, and I'll be sending you the emails containing the PPTs. And see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.